You would like to try a Linux distribution, but don't know where to start. To say there are many distros to choose from certainly is an understatement, but one of the most popular and easiest to use distros is Manjaro. Manjaro is a light and fast operating system, and it should be one of the first Linux distros you try. Here's an introduction to Manjaro, a free Linux distribution for you. Hi, Dennis Ray here. Hey, you remember this golden oldie? Na 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 na, na 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 na, hey hey hey, subscribe. You don't remember it? Well, neither do I. Be sure to subscribe down below. Thank you. We are going to look at the Manjaro version with the XFCE desktop environment, which is light on computer resources and is fast and stable. Manjaro is based on another Linux distro, Arch Linux, which has been around a long time, but is known to be complex and difficult for newcomers to Linux. The Manjaro developers made their distro based on Arch Linux since it is very stable, and they made Manjaro easy for newcomers to use. This is the Manjaro website, and I'll put a link for this in the description below. If you scroll down, there's some information about Manjaro, some links at the top, features, donate to a great project to keep it in development, shop where you can buy old t-shirts, coffee mugs, and laptops with Manjaro installed, latest news, and more. We want to download Manjaro, so we go to this link, hit that. We want the XFCE version, so we hit this. Want to download the 64-bit version, so we hit that. Great, take me to download. And the download has started. The download file will be in an image format. Once the download has completed, you can use a program like Rufus or Boolean Etcher to transfer the image file to an USB, making it an install file. Then you can go into your computer's BIOS and tell it to start up and boot the USB to be able to start an install of Manjaro to your computer. To get into your computer's BIOS, you need to hit one of the F keys while it's booting up. Your user manual should tell you which F key will work on your computer because it can vary from computer to computer. After installing Manjaro and you boot it up the first time, this is what you'll see, this welcome screen, Manjaro hello. And in this there's some information you can look at about Manjaro. Support forums that you can go to, discover software. Let's look at this, where you can install some software through this window, but it's not the main resource for software. And there's this mailing lists and project, get involved, development, donate, we talked about that earlier. Applications. This is a way of installing software that will show you what's already installed, like Firefox is already installed, but if you want to install these others, you can through this. And the same way for the rest of these down here. And that is Manjaro hello. And if you don't want this to start the next time you start Manjaro, you can turn it off, or any other time after that too, by just hitting this. Or it is in the menu too, under all applications. And we'll move down to Manjaro hello. There it is. Let's look at the desktop. And it has a familiar look. with the icons here for trash, file system to be able to see what computer files there are on your operating system, and home, which is the file manager, so you can see your files. And then down here in the panel, there is this button to be able to log out, restart, shut down, suspend, switch user, and so on. Time, this is volume control. And this is to show that you're connected to the internet. This shows you how much power your computer has. And this has some interesting items in it. Show full history, clear history, Clipman settings. And this is access to your software repository. And as you can see, it has under Browse different categories that you can get. Groups, repositories, featured, that's what we have now. And then you have these different classes of software and relevance. For instance, the categories and featured shows what is software is on your computer right now. You can remove them if you want to. You can install these. And then this tab shows you a complete list of what is installed on your computer. And this tab, if there were updates available for your computer, it would show in this area. And then you just hit apply and put in your password to start the update process. One thing about Manjaro, which is an interesting feature of it, is that it is a rolling release, which means that when it offers updates, updates will be for software and for the operating system itself. So at any one time, while it's updated, you have an updated operating system as well as the latest software. So that's a very nice feature in Manjaro. Here we have workspaces where you can have an app open in one workspace, and then if you move to the other workspace, it would be blank, and you can open up an app in that area, and then you can move back and forth between the workspaces. Here you can minimize all open windows, and this is access to the menu. In the menu, we have these different categories: favorites, recently used, all applications, and there are a lot. They're just all these programs that you can use as soon as it's installed, so it's useful right out of the box. And then we have these different categories that the software is divided out into: accessories, education, games. And if you hover over each one of these, it will tell you what that software does. For instance, Steam is an application where you can play games, and there are hundreds of games available through Steam. Graphics, internet, multimedia, Office, and this includes the LibreOffice Office Suite, which is compatible with Microsoft Office and is a very full-featured Office suite. Other settings and system. A lot of useful programs there. Then on the top, you have these icons that will take you to System Manager. To lock the screen, switch user, and just like the other button in the panel, to log out. Now let's look at the settings. So we'll go into the Settings Manager, and there's quite a bit you can change in this it's very versatile. We have appearance, where you can change it to a different theme. For instance, if we want dark, we can change it to that, or back to the default C. Icon settings, fonts, and other settings. Back in the settings window, there is desktop, where you can change the computer wallpaper. And there's lots to choose from there. Menus, icons. Let's see, what else can we look at? Panel. Can automatically hide the panel or never. Change the different sizes of the row, and some other settings there. The appearance, items. Let's see, what else can I look at? Display. This is where you can change your screen resolution. Add, remove software. This takes you back to the software repository. And a number of other settings that you can take a look at. Back on the desktop, there are some settings that you can change just by right-clicking on it and create a launcher, create folder, create document, go to the terminal to make commands, open new window, arrange desktop icons. Desktop settings takes you to the settings where you can change the computer wallpaper. And this is similar to the menu, where you can go into the different software that's installed. Also, in the bottom, in the panel, there are these things that you can change. There's properties. This you get to by right-clicking, or move. If you have icons in this area, you can move them, remove them. Panel, add new items to the panel. Panel preferences. Log out again, help, about, all kinds of things to look at there. How much memory or computer resources does Manjaro actually use? Well, I'm glad you asked. If you right-click on the screen, go to terminal, type in free space -h, enter. Right now it's using 486 megabytes of computer resources or memory. And that's very good because say like Windows uses well over a gigabyte of memory at any one time, or over 1,000 megabytes of memory. So Manjaro is very light on your computer resources. That is an introduction to Manjaro Linux operating system. Hope you found this video helpful. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like and comment below. Subscribe and hit the bell to be notified of new videos. See ya!